You can hear me, right? Okay. Let's begin the practice this morning. I'll sound the bell 3 times. Find a position that allows the body to be upright yet at ease. Let the spine rise like a column of quiet strength, and the shoulders melt down from that strength into gentleness. Allow the head to rest as though it were balanced on a cushion of air. Close the eyes softly, as if they are listening rather than seeing. Now bring attention to the crown of your head. Imagine a soft lunar light resting there, a silver glow of cool, patient awareness. As you breathe in, that light gathers. As you breathe out, it spreads through your scalp, dissolving the tightness hidden under thought. The light moves to the forehead, smoothing every line, every memory of concern. It washes through the eyes, turning them inward toward peace. The light moves down the cheeks, softening the muscles of speech and expression. The tongue unclenches, the jaw releases, words unspoken, grudges untold, all drift away. A gentle wave of ease flows through the neck, where burdens have quietly nested. Each exhale lets go of one invisible weight you no longer need to carry. As we are stepping into the full moon day, imagine this moonlight travels into the shoulders, the crossroad of effort and endurance. Allow them to drop. They no longer need to hold the sky. The arms hang naturally. The palms rest open as if receiving unseen blessings. The light enters the chest, mingling with the rhythm of the heart. Each beat feels like a drum echoing compassion. The ribs expand and contract as though the moon itself is breathing through you. Now it spreads through the back, tracing the lines of fatigue and melting them into stillness. Downward, the light pours through the spine, vertebra by vertebra, like cool water finding its home. It reaches the belly, the cradle of instinct and reaction. Let this region unclench. Let the breath move freely without defense or demand. Then the light continues to the hips, the thighs, the knees, places of grounding and motion. Feel gravity as an ally, not an enemy. Your weight is the earth's embrace. Down the calves, the ankles, and the feet, the moonlight settles into every toe, every cell, rooting your body in calm, forgiving presence. You are entirely here, illuminated, alive, and unburdened. In this clear stillness, recall the Buddha's words. While in the midst of those who hate, to dwell free from hatred is happiness indeed. Consider how often the world calls for reaction, to defend, to oppose, to correct. Notice how subtle these impulses are. A tightening in the chest, a contraction behind the eyes, a thought sharpening itself into judgment. See them, but do not push them away. Let them reveal their own restlessness. Hatred does not dissolve through resistance. It starves through understanding. Every resentment begins as a wish. May this not have happened, but the moon, the witness of all happenings, neither clings nor rejects. It simply shines. Imagine yourself as that moon, steady among storms, untouched by the turbulence reflected upon your surface. Hatred loses its nourishment when the heart no longer offers reaction. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is the courage to let go of fuel that keeps inner fires burning. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in peace. Breathe out, letting go. Peace, letting go. See if you can sense even one small space inside, a moment where hatred cannot reach. It may feel like softness in the chest or warmth in the throat or simply the absence of struggle. Let that space grow. Let it spread outward to those you once called enemies and to those who merely misunderstood you. They too suffer under the same delusion, believing pain cannot be cured by more pain. Believing pain can be cured by more pain. The Buddha's teaching reminds us purification is not hurried. Just as the moon waxes slowly toward fullness, so too does the heart. To be modest in progress is wisdom. To be patient with imperfection is compassion. Do not rush to erase what is human within you. Anger, sadness, disappointment. They are visitors, not owners. Bow to them inwardly as you would bow to passing rain. When the rain subsides, the fragrances of earth remain. Let each breath now become a silent vow to meet life without resistance, to speak without poison, to act without revenge. The practice is not to remove yourself from a world of hate, but to remain untouched within it. As the lotus remains unstained in this pond. Now begin to sense the weight of the body, the contact with the ground, the cool air on the skin, the soft hum of the room around you. Breathe deeply. Breathe deeply again, as if drawing from the well of calm you have discovered. Let it fill you completely. You have about 10 minutes of silence and time for you to dwell on this freedom that you discovered and cultivated. Let your awareness Be anchored to the breath. You let go and relax. Allow the breath be revealed to your awareness. You will hear the sound of the bell when it's time for us to wind up the session. Let the world enter gently as though you are welcoming an old friend. When you open your eyes, you do not break the stillness. Carry this quiet strength into all encounters. Let your presence itself become a reminder that it is possible to live among hatred and remain free from it. Let you shine like the full moon this day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bhante.
Thank you for joining.
Have a
I'll
good
see
day.
you tomorrow. You too. Have a
Thank
good
you.
day. Hi, Richard.
Hi. Hi, Kusala. Good morning.
Good morning. How was your meditation?
The meditation was very deep and restorative. Thank you.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's good to hear.
yeah.
It's a good place to be. I believe the full moon is really embracing us all.
I have a good friend, Judy, and we text one another every day, and she loves the moon. And
Hmm.
my other friend, Fran, texted me this morning early and said, "Oh, Richard, you've got to see the moon." And I
Hmm.
actually missed it, but I texted Judy
Hmm.
about it. Yeah, it's a real beautiful blessing.
Yeah. We are kind of a day behind the moon, but I think it's still there.
Yeah, I think 2 more days.
Yeah, 2 more days. It really affects the whole world. I believe people feel differently when they are this close to the full moon and its fullest light. Yeah.
I
So,
noticed the birds this morning were not out as they usually are at the
mm-hmm,
time when they usually are, and I put the feed down, and they still didn't come. So
mm-hmm.
I'm thinking maybe the moon, obviously affects them too.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a great observation that the moon puts them into some longer sleep or the rain. That we had some rain this morning, so maybe birds know better. They obviously know so much that we don't.
Kusala, I really can't begin to thank you enough for your guidance. Very, very wise and very compassionate. And
Thank
I,
you. I'm happy to hear. How have you been this past week?
thank you. Every day I feel it's my last day, and today was particularly rough.
Hmm.
Physically, the itching and the pain is very, very much strong.
Hmm.
Ho- But I think, Kusala, that your guidance this morning was really illuminating. But I'll just say that I think my greatest problem is I don't know how to love myself, and I
Hmm.
I know if I how can I love other people if I have difficulty loving myself, So when the pain and the itching happens, I associate it with that I'm doing something wrong, that I'm
Hmm.
bad.
Hmm.
I know it's probably predisposition. Everyone
Hmm.
has where they come from
Hmm.
karmically or whatever.
Hmm. Hmm.
But that's that's what's happening.
Sometimes we challenge ourselves with these words that we speak and thoughts we have, that we think we don't know how to love ourselves, but the fact that you are here meditating is an act of love for yourself. So you do know how to love yourself in the way you show up in the world, and that you receiving a text, you sending a response lovingly, bringing the feeder down to the birds. All these are ways that you keep your life engaged and alive. And of course, when pain and itching arise, they are nature's way that they do arise in under certain circumstances. And it is associated with guilt, in the guilt of wrongdoing from the past. So the kind of predisposition that we tend to think and associate with is associated with grief primarily. Grief of losing the former self that was otherwise healthy, and also the love for a healthy, perfect body image that you have, which is harmless and it's good to have one, and we are never leaving that behind. We are almost there with it, except that we do have some of these challenges that we had to face now. And we do what we can do every day, every moment, expressing gratitude for healing to every cell, every part of the body.
Thank you, Kusala.
Yeah, it's possible.
I
We are
believe.
making these healthy choices, yeah, every day. Allow healing to happen. Let the body be one thing, but we don't take mental pain out of it. Body pain is one thing, but we don't prick ourselves with another mental pain. We can be pricked by an arrow or something, and yet we heal that part, but we don't let it control or wound our mind by anger or anything.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
I'll see you
Kusala.
tomorrow, and have
Yes.
blessed rest of your day.
Thank you, Kusala.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.